Good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor approves release of 55 inmates after recommendations by Prerogative of Mercy Council. President Tinubu urges Nigerian graduates to exercise patriotism. On the foreign scene, floods displaced about 379,000 people in South Sudan. In sport, Chairman National Sports Commission identifies potential of local football league to drive sporting economy. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Based on the recommendations of the Advisory Council on Prerogative of Mercy, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has approved the release of 55 inmates from various correctional facilities across the state. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Lawal Pedro said the order was for the immediate release of 40 inmates, while others had to be released after serving additional terms of between 3 to 6 months. Pedro explained that the approval for the release of the inmate is also in line with the commitment of the governor to decongest correctional facilities in Lagos as part of the justice sector reforms in the state. Lagos State government is taking a significant bold step towards the electronic civil registration and vital statistics system ECRVS to enhance birth certificate accessibility from 0 to 5 years in the state. This innovative system aims to enhance the state civil registration and vital statistics, aligning with Nigeria's commitment to achieving Sustainable Development Goal 16 for legal identity for all. The Federal Commissioner, National Population Commission, Olayinka Oladunjoye, made this known during her recent visit to the Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations to establish a collaborative committee. While emphasizing the importance of massive advocacy and sensitization for the successful census, Oladunjoye said the aim of the committee is to harmonize efforts, address key issues, and ultimately achieve the Commission's objectives. On his part, the Commissioner for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, Olugbenga Oyenrede, expressed his enthusiasm for the e-registration innovation, highlighting its potential to enhance disaster management in Lagos State. The Yobe State government is set to launch a statewide yellow fever mass vaccination campaign across all 17 local government areas of the state. According to a statement by the Executive Secretary of the State Primary Healthcare Board, Babangana Machina, the campaign aims to reach 85% of the target population from 9 months to 44 years of age. Machina said yellow fever is a mosquito-borne disease that can cause serious liver damage and a significant public health concern, with over 200,000 cases and 10,000 deaths reported globally each year. He noted that the State Social Mobilization and Community Engagement Committee will conduct extensive advocacy and sensitization efforts to raise awareness among relevant stakeholders and ensure all eligible children receive the potent yellow fever vaccine. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has appealed to graduates of Nigerian universities to exercise patriotism and avoid the temptation of seeking greener pastures outside the country. Tinubu, who was represented by the Vice Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, Onari Georgewell, made this appeal in his address at the combined convocation ceremony of the University of Uyo, held at the institution's permanent ground, Waniba Road. He urged the graduates to be agents of change by utilizing their knowledge and skills to solve societal issues for the betterment of the country and the world at large. While noting the current challenges facing the country, Tinubu said his administration is implementing measures aimed at mitigating their impact in the citizenry, especially the vulnerable. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has announced plans to introduce reforms aimed at enhancing tariff transparency in the telecommunications industry. Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the NCC, Aminu Maida, stated this while speaking at the 93rd Telecoms Consumer Parliament in Abuja. Maida said the initiative is part of the Commission's ongoing effort to address consumer concerns over data usage and billing complexities which have been prevalent in the industry. He explained that the reforms would require operators to implement these guidance, presenting consumers with tables detailing their tariff plans, billing rates, and all terms and conditions associated with the plans they subscribe to. In foreign news, flooding in South Sudan has displaced more than 379,000 people. According to United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, the floods affected about 1.4 million people across 43 counties, and the disputed Abyei region, which is claimed by both South Sudan and Sudan. The UN agency reported surge in malaria in Jonglei, Unity, Upper Nile, Northern Baha, El Ghazal, Central Equatoria, and Western Equatorial states, exacerbating the situation and impact in flood-hit area. Since gaining independence from Sudan in 2011, South Sudan has been plagued by chronic instability, violence, and economic stagnation, as well as climate disasters such as drought and floods. In sport now, Chairman of the National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, says the Nigeria's elite football league has the potential to play a pivotal role in the country's sporting economy. Diko made the statement while addressing the Nigeria Premier Football League NPFL club owners delegation that paid him a courtesy visit in Abuja. According to him, football has the potential to be a powerful driver. In realizing this vision, and this depends on how stakeholders move to ensure it works effectively. On his part, Chairman of the Forum, OK Kaluku, congratulated Shehu Diko on his well-deserved appointment, advising that the Commission prioritize sport infrastructure and grassroots development programs. About 500 women have participated in the 2024 edition of the Lagos Women Run for Fitness. Coordinator Lagos Women Run, Taiwo Baruwa, explained that this year's edition with the theme More Than a Run is geared towards equipping women with vocational skills, providing revenues for them and their families. Baruwa, who noted that Lagos women are known for their resilience, tenacity, grit, and creativity, urged women to keep up with the routine for fitness at all times, as it makes them have the ability to reduce illness.
The event is more general well-being, and what we have said here is that Lagos women must be fit, and for us to be fit, we must have a platform where we have to come together, to celebrate ourselves. The moment you are happy, your inner self is happy, and that's what we've done here. And that women can do it. All they needed was a platform for women to come together.
Earlier, participants drawn from all walks of life commended the organizer for the initiative, while also commending the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration for providing an enabling environment that promotes a fitter Lagos among the state inhabitants.
I'm really excited to be a participant of this Lagos Women Run 2024, because since the beginning of this year, I've not been able to have the time to do exercise or anything. But appreciation to the Lagos State government, I'm really thankful for him for making out this Lagos Women Run, because it gave many of us the ability to be able to stress out, to network.
I had so much fun, so energetic, and I feel good. I just finished the Lagos Women's Run. I feel amazing. All of this energy, welcoming people, it's awesome.
Our reporter, Raphael Jeremy, reports that 10-kilometer race started from TBS by 7 a.m. and ended at Unicon Stadium. That's it on the news at 6, but just before we go, stop for pedestrians at zebra crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms, X at Traffic Radio, 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration set up a 1 billion naira fund to get it at businesses in the tourism, hospitality, entertainment, art and culture sectors, both loans and grants? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Based on the recommendations of the Advisory Council on Prerogative of Mercy, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has approved the release of 55 inmates from various correctional facilities across the state. President Bola Tinubu has appealed to graduates of Nigerian universities to exercise patriotism and avoid the temptation of seeking greener pastures outside the country. We also told you that flooding in South Sudan has displaced more than 379,000 people. Finally, in sports, Chairman of the National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, said the Nigeria's elite football league has the potential to play a pivotal role in the country's sporting economy. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.